Hi. I just spent the last 2 weeks first completing a full background check, drug screening, and medical screening um, for a job that I worked Tuesday through till today at, and only to find that they contacted the job recruitment agency who referred me over to let them know that it wasn't necessary that I come back on Monday. And I want to talk about it because in what world is this okay? I mean, realistically, the job market is so saturated that so many people need a job right now. They can afford to do this as many times for as many weeks as they want, and they will never run out of employees. But the expectations and the situations that I was put in were so unbelievably unrealistic that I felt that it was necessary to make this video. On Tuesday, my first day, I was instructed to show up at the worksite at 10 a.m., even though I had been previously told that the job was from 8 to 5. Didn't matter. I spent the whole day basically meeting people and sitting next to the woman who works up front because I didn't have computer access. On Wednesday, I wasn't able to do basically anything on the computer besides repeatedly logging in to my email, to all Microsoft windows, getting kicked out, having to log back in again over and over through the computer system safety protocols that I didn't get around to actually completing any work-related tasks or activities until around 3 p.m. And even then, I was only able to complete a few scarce emails that I was instructed to send out. In the beginning of the day, though, I was shown by my supervisor and instructed on how to construct emails that she and she alone usually sent out. So nobody else could help me with this. She showed me one time, while I didn't have computer access, how to construct these emails, how to decipher work order numbers that were inputted into a Excel spreadsheet. A multi-page Excel spreadsheet on a daily basis. And then from that Excel spreadsheet, go to another page in that spreadsheet to again search for the previous information on the first spreadsheet, locate the contact information on the next page, copy and paste the corresponding information into an email, or just click on the emails, either way. Half of them hadn't been updated, were no longer current. Some of those were highlighted in red every time, which I would be prompted to either delete or course correct. Otherwise, I couldn't send the email. Then, before even writing anything in the body or in the subject line, I was instructed to go onto another software system, use the work order number, check to see what the task or problem was, copy and paste only a select amount, and it's impossible to know where she wanted me to stop and what she wanted me to pull from one section in one box that she showed me one time. Use that to either add it to a PDF attachment that I had to create and combine with another bill or PDF attachment that I had to pull from Adobe, or don't do anything except for combine the attachments, attach it to a separate email, and then in the body of the email I had to include or not include the task description box, but not everything that was written there. And I had to be able to decipher what was appropriate and what to leave out immediately, without fault or error. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, I was expected to have full and total complete access to my email and to all of the Microsoft files, the software system that they use, corresponding documents, and be able to log in after each email that I sent, be able to log that into their main shared file database. I was kicked out on 3 separate occasions because the safety protocols and software tech that was built into my computer to protect the software system from viruses saw my unknown new account trying to access this shared file that is most used in the office as a threat. I was never told that I was kicked out of the shared file, and on my end it just looked like I was still accessing the Excel spreadsheet until I wasn't, until I kept receiving notifications, irritated notifications and emails that my supervisor made a point of sending me at the end of the day, repeatedly asking me why I was deliberately ignoring all of her instructions, which I wasn't. I inputted all of my activities in that log. I had no idea I was logged out. Judging by the irritation and annoyance that their office IT guy had every time I called him and he was forced to come over and reprogram, reboot, unlock, unblock, or block an encryption or a software system, whatever, at my desk, I'm going to guess that this was not the first time he's had to do this for an employee sitting at my desk. That, in fact, he has to do this in rapid succession every 2 weeks with a new employee. Today, since my supervisor had received all the emails, and I sent at least 50 to 75 separate emails to separate customers trying to follow her exact instructions. Mind you, she was not available for me to ask questions to her for, so she showed me once, and then I was left to my own devices, and with the full expectation that I would not make any errors or mistakes. Since she got a flood of responses back from the emails I had sent the previous day, she was irate with me. There were a few steps that I had completely forgotten in the midst of this multi-level, multi-stage, multi-software system, multi-step protocol that she was expecting me to adopt, while also learning how to answer and issue out and generate new purchase orders for service techs out on the field, which was not in my job description, but she wanted me to do 3 jobs at once. So I was subsequently fired at the end of today. I don't think there's a person out there that could have done a better job.